This video finds us at Golden Pond RV Resort, just outside of London, about 25 minutes, just off the 401, a nice close location. And the best thing is, this weekend we're camping with a whole gaggle of friends. It's just gonna be a lot of fun. A lot of time spent around the campfire. So there is an obvious difference between the provincial parks we prefer to camp in and private campgrounds. There's just so much more nature and woods than in the confines of a private campground. But when you're camping with friends, it's less about the surroundings and more about who you're surrounded by. This park gave the kids so much to do on their own, which allowed the parents more time to unwind and kick back. While the kids were playing at the park or riding their bikes, the parents got time to relax and not have to map out a day with activities. Sure, your neighbors were much closer. Sure, the campground was just off the highway. And sure, we were definitely not roughing it. But as the kids happily watched a movie at our trailer, drive-in movie style with a projector, we got to sit around a roaring fire laughing and having a few grown-up refreshments. We were not wanting for anything more. Our site had the perfect view of sunsets over the pond every night, and we enjoyed family-style dinners between the 5 families that were there together. We were spread across 3 campers and sites and 2 cabins. There was plenty to do all weekend long. It was the perfect trip.
So when you got a larger trailer, did you find that the site area around the trailer got smaller, or you'd have to get a larger site?
That's a really good question. It's actually something that we had considered. Knowing the provincial parks, the way that they rate their sites, we, with our Trillium, being only 13 foot in length, was well under the smallest size, which is 18 foot ratings for their sites. We could always easily fit our trailer on and then some. And one of the really good things about provincial park sites is they are rated based on the trailer itself plus the tow vehicle, and allowing enough space as though the two remain attached. And we'd found that the provincial parks had quite big spaces. So when we went from a 13 foot trailer bumper to tongue to a 22.5 foot, it was absolutely a consideration for us because we added on quite a bit of length in our trailer. And so because we had already had our sites booked, and you have to book 6 months in advance, and when we booked, we had the Trillium trailer, and when we were actually going to camp, we had the Apex. It wasn't really something that we could adjust, and we were pleasantly surprised to find out that once we got on the sites, that the 18 foot still worked perfectly fine for a 22 foot trailer. And added to the fact that we added a new tow vehicle shortly after, we went from a Honda Pilot to a Dodge Ram Rebel, which was considerably longer vehicle. We still had plenty of space. So it was definitely something that was a worry for us and a consideration, thinking that we might have to bump up trailer size, but we found at Provincial Parks it hasn't really changed anything at all. In fact, this year, knowing that we had the Apex, all of our bookings were still done under the 18 foot length, unless we were looking for a different site specifically, and we've had plenty of space. Now, having said that, at a private campground, I can tell you absolutely we probably would look at going bigger, because you tend to be a little bit more hemmed in and closer together. So it's a consideration for us when we go to something like a KOA or a private campground, that we would want a little bit bigger of a site to give us a little bit more space. got any SPF?
What's special with those ones?
Our newest addition to our camping lines is a Blackstone 17-inch griddle that I'm in love with. For reference, these guys are like way over here. Back in it. That water's fish poop. Yep. You guys are going in where the sharks are. Who's steering that thing? You are? Are you guys drunk? So there you have it, another amazing camping trip. And the best part about it was in the company of friends who feel the same way we do about camping and campfires. This was our first time camping in Golden Pond RV Resort, and we absolutely would camp there again. And the truth is, we did 2 more times in the season. It had the perfect mix of activities for kids and grown-ups in a place where we were able to park our trailer and be with friends, and have days that ended with sunsets and campfires. What more could you want? Until our next trip, happy camping.
Thanks so much for watching. We hope you liked our video. If you did, be sure to hit that thumbs up like button. And if you really did, hit subscribe and a notification bell so you will know every time we post a new video. We'd love to hear from you, so if you feel inclined, please leave a hello below.